Welcome back to Syberia, the world before, where we're about to pull a daredevil stunt to get out of here, and I'm sure it's all gonna go totally fine, no problems, and we're just gonna take all of this treasure that I'm sure these people just happened upon after some nice and peaceful negotiations. So I think we're ready to go.
It's amazing.
It sure is. Alright.
Come on, kid. You gotta admit she looks like you. It must be a sign.
Oh,
Hold it right there, girls.
yep, I called it. Hey, come with us.
All right. You've caught us.
Maybe you shouldn't have been shouting as
Take a
much.
look inside this carriage. The train is full of treasure. We can all escape with tons of it. Just look.
Don't move.
Come with us. There's a sidecar. We have space for 3 people. You can do it too. Don't move,
Listen
she
to me,
said.
Simona. You've always been good to us, so why can't we help each other now? We'll be stronger together.
Sure. You've been nice little prisoners. I have nothing against you personally. But why can't I keep the treasure for myself?
Well, then do.
I could leave this rotten prison.
You keep the treasure,
Nobody would
we keep
know.
the motorbike.
I could even say you tried to escape, which wouldn't be a lie, would it?
Simona, don't.
Don't take it personally. I just need a change of life. I think you can understand where I'm coming from.
This doesn't quite sound logical. Oh, well, I did call that she was gonna die, so there's that. QTE time. No QTE. Yeah, that just seems kind of strange, like... That seems like an awful bad risk to take when she could have just joined us, or just said, like, you can escape,
sweet
I'll take this. I'll say I found it.
Oh, Kate. Poor Kate. Now you're on your own. With a train full of treasure.
That I can't carry. I don't know, save your strength, I guess?
Don't talk. You need to save your strength.
No point. Kate,
Hush, Katusha.
listen.
So I expected her to die, but I certainly did not expect her to die
It's so
right
cool to be
now.
looking for her together, wouldn't it?
Nothing's changed. I'm still taking you with.
No. You gotta go.
Like, this is the type of scene you need to have, like, midway through the game.
Find that girl.
Not after 5 minutes with this character.
Kate. Love you. Remember me, Kate. I'll close my eyes now.
Alright, let's get out of here. And that guard is just luckily out cold. And or dead. We're just gonna ignore them, okay? This is very strange.
Bye, sweet Katusha.
Yeah, I was expecting us to get on the bike, and then she would show up and say, hold it, and then we were gonna, like, go and jump the ramp while she's, like, shooting at us, or whatever, and we had to leave the treasure behind, or something like that. To kick her.
She'll get to live. If only I could have given Katusha the same chance.
Curb stomp her. Take the gun. Take the gun?
She'll get to live.
What are you
If
doing?
only I could have given Katusha the same chance.
Yeah, again, it's like, it just feels hollow when it's in, like, the first half hour of the game, or, like, of this story. It's just, hey, look, here's Katusha. You love each other. Oh, goodbye, Katusha. Now you should cry. Well, at least now we're just Kate Walker on her own again. And hopefully we get Oscar at some point. He's the only partner we need. And, like, what about the treasure? We are just, like, ignoring it? Wait, hold on. Can I do something about that? Could I have taken something? Surely not. I don't think she wants to take anything. Did I just run that guy over? And almost drive over her, too?
Over there!
Oh, and now we get the firing at her while she's jumping scene. No, we don't, because they didn't want to animate another guard. Okay, fair enough. It's a limited budget. Oh, and we do just, like, keep going. Yeah, I expected that to cut back to Dana. Yeah, you'll have to excuse me if I seem a little callous, because I just don't think this game has earned this emotional investment yet. If we had escaped with Katyusha and then, like, yeah, a big portion of the game had been, like, building up their relationship and, like, them talking about, like, how much they've been through together and, like, expanding on the characters, their history, and all of that, and then you get some, like, Kate, no, and she pushes you away and gets shot because someone, like, had tracked us down or whatever, then it would have been, like, still cliche, but much more earned. Also, good luck surviving. Oh, Wagen, Müller. Good luck surviving here, like, all on your own, no food, no water, just a motorbike in the middle of nowhere, and you probably don't even know where you are. So, yeah. Good luck. Also, since when does Kate Walker know how to ride a motorbike? Okay, and now we jump over to Dana, I suppose. Still no? We're gonna have her travel first? Those are some extremely flat coins. And now we go to Dana. Wait, no, this is later. So I guess it's still her. Are we just not gonna do Dana anymore?
Miss Walker? Miss Walker? Ah, there you are.
Yep, now it's just good old Kate Walker. Sorry, I was miles away.
Please excuse me, Frau Wagner. I was trying to decipher this. Is everything
Yeah,
okay?
she dropped the punk rock vibe.
I found these for you. They might help you find that Müller shop you asked about.
Thank you, Frau Wagner. Thank you so much.
You're very welcome, dear. I'll be at the reception desk if you need anything else.
Do you just normally sit around in, like, a full jacket indoors reading stuff? Throughout the adventure, your objectives will be logged. Haven't we read about objectives already? I also did forget that I didn't read the diary. Like, I think we have quite a bit, probably. So yeah, not there. Yeah, so... which one? I don't feel like I've read this one. Unfortunately, though, they refused again. It seems the militia prefer to punish Miss Walker for standing up for the Yukol nomads than to receive any money. As if that isn't bad enough, another bribe enabled me to get confirmation of what you and I feared most. Miss Walker apparently broke down on hearing about the death of her mother last year. The fact she missed the burial service really cut her up. Even her cellmate can do nothing to bring her out of a deep depression. How long was between those? I thought it was like the same day that we went out to dig. So how would he know this? I fear she will die of grief if we don't quickly find a way of getting her out of that unearthly place. Or is he just lying? I don't know. Because, like, we just heard about it. And the, what's she called? The guard? She didn't, like, see me read it, right? So no one would have known, other than Katyusha, what even happened. That's strange. Dear Mrs. Foster, it is with great pleasure that I'm able to inform you that Miss Walker has escaped from the mine. Sadly, however, according to the guards, her cellmate did not survive the breakout. That makes one more death for the fugitive to mourn. Why are you acting like you know anything about them? Why do you even have that picture of her? What is going on? She apparently headed west toward an unknown destination. Maybe she's headed for an airport, who knows? The plane ticket that you sent with the letter might have had the desired effect. Well, it's already too late, isn't it? Because you just said we missed the burial service. After all, there aren't any more castles in the sky for Kate Walker to go searching for, are there? What? November 7th. Dear Mrs. Foster, thanks for the information in your last letter. It should allow me to get back on track. If Miss Walker was last seen in Vagen, then Vagen is where I'm headed. How do you know that? How is she getting all this information? I don't even know. I can hardly believe I've been searching high and low for almost a year now, from East to Central Europe to pick up Miss Walker's trail. She seems to have kept away from the main highways and cities, but there have been a number of sightings from country people and misfits. This is so strange. They mostly speak of a mysterious foreigner of few words. Apparently her only goal is to make her way westward, crisscrossing minor roads on her old motorbike, only pausing for short breaks or to do odd jobs to pay for her next tank of gas. And he has, like, a photo of the bike and yet doesn't have her? I don't know. She apparently doesn't bond with anyone and never divulges her motivations. The witnesses unanimously conferred that she spends moments of rest listening to her mother's music box you sent her and contemplating some strange painting. A painting? Yeah, this is some very strange writing. Like, yeah, it serves as, like, explaining what you've done and, like, this is what happens in the story so far, but it kind of doesn't make any sense from the private investigator's perspective, in my opinion. Like, how would he know any of this, really? Yeah, just a letter
Olivia
here.
sent me a plane ticket for New York. What if... No, forget it.
And that's it.
Oh, Mom. Oh, Mom.
Yeah, that's new at least.
There's all Oscar's data inside.
Uh-huh.
I was lucky enough to steal it from the militia soldier who picked it up at the frontier between Baranur and the Yakast. I just need to find a compatible body for it. That is if I ever get out of here.
Yeah, you should probably have updated that line.
Right. Guess I'd better start looking for shops called Muller that are likely to sell art supplies.
Wait, hold on. I kind of don't want to do this yet. I want to have a look around first. Because, yeah, what was my... This was my main objective. Yeah, using the phone book. Check the 3 right shops that are likely to have sold a painting case. Okay, but yeah, let's explore. Go up.
It's very calm here. Still haven't bumped into any guests since I arrived yesterday. And that suits me fine. I get the impression I've seen that before someplace.
Vorarlberg stuff, I guess?
Now I get why they call this part of town the Flower District.
Do you? There are no flowers. These are plants, not flowers. Except that one in the corner. Got any games? open mailbox. Empty your email account.
There must be 3 years worth of emails I haven't read here. Better do some cleaning up.
Ah, that's better.
Just delete all. Great. Okay. I'm sure nothing there was important. Search. Locations? Wagen? Müller?
Too many results to trawl through with a computer. Better off using the documents Frau Wagner brought me first.
Yeah, fuck computers. They're so inefficient. A good old magazine is where it's at. That's where you get the real information. Town. Okay, just some, what's it called? Like lore stuff. Wagen is the capital of Ostertal, a small country in Central Europe with a population of 9 million people. That's not that small, is it? The city is built along the banks of the river Dombre, I don't know how to pronounce that, Dombre, the third longest river in Europe, and is bordered by the Alps that separate it from Switzerland. As the fourth largest German-speaking city in the world, Wagen is renowned for its history, with its origins dating back to the 6th century, and for its architecture largely influenced by the Art Nouveau. I don't remember how to pronounce that, I know I've seen it many times. Movement. Devastated by a fire at the beginning of the 20th century, Wagen became largely mechanized during its subsequent reconstruction. Its Sins offers numerous curiosities that have fascinated generations of travelers and tourists. Its population, estimated today to be at 1.5 million inhabitants, was subject to a marked decrease during the Second World War. Wagen, like the rest of Ostertal, was annexed by the fascists of the Brown Shadow. These fascists generalized persecutions against the significant local Vegaran community, until the community was wiped out during the genocide set up throughout Europe during the following years. The number of Vegaran victims from Wagen is estimated at over 100,000 people. So, in all likelihood, they probably survived, right? Dana and her dad and mom? It'll be fine, right? Foreign. Iron Taiga. The Iron Taiga refers... Also, this text is hard to look at. It's like wobbling around. It's the same as like in Talos Principle 2. Like, the text itself has some weird, like, temporal stuff going on. Like, upsampling, anti-aliasing, I don't even know. But just, like, it looks so blurry when you're moving the text. And then just sitting here, it's like wobbling around because of the slightly moving screen. That is very strange. I guess, hold on, let's test. If I now do this, I'm sure it's going to look much worse. Just turn this to, let's try just disabling it and seeing how that looks. Yeah, oh my god, that's so clear! That's so much clearer, but the rest of the game is just going to look so much worse. Let's try SMAA. God, I don't understand this TAA bullshit anymore. I thought it was good. I remember playing Warframe, and they added TAA, and I turned it on, and I thought it looked fantastic. It looked way better than SMAA. I guess they just, like, did it in a good way. Because, yeah, now I've just seen some, really bad examples of TAA just being absolute dog shit. You know, this is still, like, fine. The Iron Taiga refers, but now, like, yeah, things are more aliased and flickering, like in the background there. Oh, man. The Iron Taiga refers to a region of Eastern Europe that has remained largely wild. It is mostly known for having been a defense line of the USSR during the Cold War. Soviet forces deployed a large amount of heavy military equipment in the region for the prevention of an eventual attack from the forces of NATO. Is it NATO? Is it NATO? I forget. Much of this equipment was abandoned on the collapse of the Soviet Union and left to rust or to be recycled by scrap metal and arms dealers. The region is rich in salt and includes a number of industrial hamlets that emerged with the expansion of mining. The activity was subject to a strong decline during the perestroika, or restructuration era, when the Soviet industrial fabric was sold piece by piece to the private sector. Some mines remained open, but became the theater of shady operations linked to organized crime and identity splinter groups. That doesn't sound familiar. Also, what the hell is Lumine OS? Luminous? Like, is that supposed to be a reference or a joke or something? I'm not sure. Okay, so then people and organizations. Why am I searching for necrology? Okay, I guess, like, you know, death reports and stuff. Katyusha Spiridonova.
I wish you could be here with me now, Katyusha. We would have found the shop together.
Yeah, January 14th. Fallen idol goes missing. Was she an idol? Was she that popular? Katerina Spiridonova, the one-time idol of Soviet's youth, is reported missing. The child prodigy, also known as Katyusha, joined the prestigious Soviet choral at an early age. Many were her fellow countryfolk who shed a tear on hearing her performance on state radio of the famous song that gave her nickname, Katusha. The homonym owes... Oh, I guess it's Katyusha and Katusha are, like, pronounced the same. Owes nothing to chance. Indeed, Katusha's parents... It's weird, because, like, Kate definitely sometimes pronounced it Katyusha, more like a U sound, and then sometimes she said Katusha, so I don't know. I'm not sure what it is, but I guess if it's a homonym, it's Katusha. Katusha's parents, devoted party officials, had planned out her life with the goal of making her the epitome of the model citizen. But on reaching adolescence, as is always the case, Katusha began to rebel. Moving from one more or less radical libertarian group to another, Katusha ended up supporting every struggle against the established order. She militated for the rights of women, homosexuals, and every oppressed minority in general. Spreading herself thin, huh? A defiance took shape in the early 2000s when Katusha co-founded a punk group. Their provocative lyrics and parody of cabaret and patriotic songs began finding an echo in circles with a liberal tendency in the West. It would seem that the young woman disappeared in mysterious circumstances a few nights ago after a concert, when driving an old van belonging to the band on a country road. The wreck of the vehicle was found at the bottom of a river. However, one police source confirms that Katusha's body has not been found, but that all the evidence suggests that her body has been carried away by the river. This has been contested by other members of Katusha's band. The young women claim that their leader's disappearance was mandated by their political enemies to reduce their friend to silence. There is nothing, however, to support this conspiracy theory. Sarah Walker.
Oh my god, Mom was buried months ago.
Then when was that? I guess we just got that, like, package really late, even though it said, like, oh, plane ticket in, like, a week, but, yeah, I guess that was a long time ago. August 2003, yeah, that was, like, over a... Well, I guess... Oh, no, right, yeah, now it's been a year, so she would have made it, but instead she went to Vagan. So why, exactly? Why did she go? Was it really that much more important for you to go hunt down this random painting that just your, like, previous lover just claimed looks like you? Oh, she looks like you should find her. You need the truth, instead of going back to your actual real mom that has taken care of you for your entire life to be at her funeral. What the hell is that logic? Sarah Walker, following a long illness, sadly passed away at the age of 65 on August 23, 2003. Involved in the field of culture, especially in opera, and much loved by her neighbors and friends, she leaves behind her happy memories to all who knew her. Sarah was also the mother of the brilliant lawyer, Kate Walker, who has not been seen since she left for Europe over a year ago. It was more than a year ago, right? Like, Syberia 1 and 2 and 3 all took quite a long time, didn't they? The burial of Sarah has been postponed by 1 week to give extra time for the news to reach her daughter. It is hoped that Miss Walker will be able to come home to say a last farewell to her mother. Olivia Foster, a long-standing friend of the family, invites all those who would like to pay their last respects to Sarah Walker to attend the religious services at 2 p.m. on August 28th. Olivia and her husband Dan, yep, and that was my previous fiancé, would like to thank everyone who joins them in their grief, as well as Frank Malkovich and the staff at Mount Sinai Hospital. Yep. Alright, this is some weird stuff, because, like, yeah, I guess we're gonna find out, oh, this, like, Miller line, or the Rose line, or whatever, that's my real family, but, again, it just doesn't make sense for her to think that right now, or why she wouldn't want to go back now, when she has the chance. I don't know. Kate doesn't really make any sense right now. Organization, the Brown Shadow. Oh god, I should probably end it off and then read this, because, okay, this is not that long. The Brown Shadow. The Brown Shadow is a term used to designate the wave of National Socialism that swept across Europe in the first half of the 20th century. It first came to light in the 1920s in Central Europe. It rose to power in the 1930s and subsequently won over the rest of Europe, so triggering the Second World War. In addition to civil and military victims of the ensuing conflict, the racist ideology of the Brown Shadow was responsible for genocides that led to the systematic and organized death of millions of people. So actually, it was not Hitler's fault we did World War II. No, it was this other random racist little organization. They're the bad guys. Because we don't have the rights to Hitler, I guess, or it doesn't make sense to do that. Like, oh man, I don't understand what kind of, like, alternate history this is supposed to be. These genocides were carried out in a systematic and relentless manner until the liberation of the victims by Allied forces. Again, could we just get back to, like, automatons and cool little steampunk stuff? Instead of post-war stories? I feel like this is not the series for that, but I guess that's what we're doing. So yeah, that's it. Alright, let's just leave it off here, and then we'll have a look around. I'm probably gonna experiment with more AA, because yeah, now it looks very flickery here, which I don't like. We may have to settle for TAA anyway. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Our neck hurts. I'll see you next time.